And we have to be very careful about that. We have to realize that the mistake that I made is a mistake that is very profound. I did not know I was destroying the rainforest. Once you know, correct, and tell it every time you can. Because it's only with that transparency in your own mistakes that you can secure others will also see what is not obvious. But in industry, when it's biodegradable, it's not sustainable. I am amazed. That was not my title. I didn't use that, powered by nature. But that's unfortunately the reality. And I'm sorry, my friends from 7th generation, they're using the formulas that I provided them. Because Jeffrey Hollander came on a course in my factory in Belgium to learn how to make detergents. And I had an open source policy in my formulas. I shared my formulas because I thought saving the world, saving rivers, should not be an exclusive property of me. We should share that. And I shared stupid ideas, and now they're copying my stupid ideas. Here you see how a connected industry really works. The mulberry gives you topsoil. That's the key. We generate topsoil by using a product that allows us to do that. And you can actually revolutionize the medical industry. It was interesting about the mouth that was mentioned. Implants are made these days out of titanium. The new implants that are being designed are made out of silk. Because silk makes your body regrow the tissue, the bone tissue, instead of supplanting it forever. And within a year, the silk is gone. Your body has biologically absorbed it and has used it as a stimulus to grow new bone. That's the way we should work. Instead of putting in a pacemaker in your body whereby you're tearing up the chest and putting those 2 points into your heart with a battery stuck into your collarbone, we can now have little carbon tubes with a catheter installed into your heart that channels electricity that is generated by other parts of the body into the heart and regulate and synchronize it. But the unfortunate thing is that if you are Medtronic, Johnson & Johnson, then you're earning $50,000 a pop. And if you're the pharmaceutical industry, you're guaranteed with anyone who is now on a pacemaker. In America this year, 1.2 million Americans will get a pacemaker. That guarantees another $50,000 in pharmaceuticals. So one pacemaker means $100,000. Times a million, that's a $100 billion business. The little carbon tube is maximum $500. And no need for medicine ever after. Do you think it has a chance to get through the FDA? Forget about it. It's never going to get through the FDA. So we're not even trying in America. Let's go straight to China. Let's go straight to India. Let's go to the countries where using the force and channeling forces is something that is culturally very well understood. Whereas we doing with the pacemakers, we're eliminating the natural forces of our body to generate electricity, obliterate the system, and put in that thing in your collar, under your collarbone, so that you can live. So the person who's designing those new pacemakers is the one who invented them in the 1950s. Because he got so fed up with the faulty pacemakers that were installed. You know, 240,000 people were asked to go back under the surgery table because there was a fault, because they had outsourced the pacemaker to Taiwan and there was a little fault in there. And as a result, 240,000 people had to be operated again and replace the pacemaker. And he said, no more. And it was covered, of course, by insurance.
They can be hacked now, too.
Sorry?
They can be hacked.
They can be hacked as well, indeed.
Are the implants being done in Asia with silk now?
So the implants is going through it's actually UK invention, and it's going through it's done by the Silk Group. The Silk Group. And so it's a very, very new way. And so it's already used as a bone graft. It's gotten permissions in Europe as bone graft. It is used to regenerate nerves. It's fascinating what's going on. I'm going to turn on the lights and stop here. I've got another 14 or 15 cases, but let's just give us some light so we see things. Now here you've got a few ideas on how it actually looks like. What are some of these basic principles? And I surf through them like it was a big surf. Fast, quick, but I want to get you a taste of how different it is, but how simple and how transparent it can be. And so that's really what I wanted to share with you, that it's possible to rethink it and immediately reflect on some of the things that you do in your job or in your company or in your government agency every day. We can take a water treatment plant of a city, and the same water treatment plant can take care of double the capacity of water by simply introducing vortices. I can take a reverse osmosis plant and reduce the energy by 70%. Now, not tomorrow. And these are the business opportunities. It's about how to use what we have and get efficiencies that are so much better. And the only thing we do is use the laws of physics. And I think that's one of the core messages I wanted to share with you. The blue economy is based on physics, not on biology. And biology is great. Biodiversity is wonderful. But biodiversity subjects itself to laws of physics all the time. And if we want to learn how natural systems work, we have to get deeper into physics. So, let's study physics. Comments? We got 2 minutes to go. Yes?
Help us with some great ways that we started on studying physics.
I can't help you. You help yourself.
Well, just any pointers, like, or start with your website?
I think no, but I think what you got now is enough to get going. If not, I have failed.
You have.
My success is my capacity to become obsolete. Leadership is planned obsolescence. If there's dependency, there's no leadership. It is the capacity to get you going and you go. And I'm getting inspired by what you do. I don't get inspired by what I do. But what you do, what you take as action, that is my real inspiration. To conclude, and this is part of what, in order to learn how to change these things around, we are in need of the academics, the science. We gotta know the science. Second, we need the emotion, the passion, the dedication, the perseverance, the understanding how to work with other people who don't behave like us. It's called emotional intelligence for some of you, but emotions is key. 3, we need the arts, because in order to communicate new ideas, we cannot put everyone through the terror of scientific language. We have to communicate with the arts. That was very specifically requested. I teach children with dance. I teach science through dance. Because I can explain hydrophobic and hydrophilic with a dance in a few seconds. Try to do it with the definition of hydrophobic and the definition of hydrophilic. Forget about it. No one gets it. They learn it by heart and they forget it again. So dance, arts, music, singing, all of that expression that we have that is non-verbal is critical in the way we communicate that, if we want to get a society to move. 3, we need to do what I showed this morning, is we need to make connections. We need to learn how to connect. We need to see one thing and jump from silk to topsoil. We need to see the positive loops that are there all the time and we never saw them, because we were forced to focus on one thing. So dance, for example, can help us get there, but then we need to have the capacity to really connect.